after hearing the big kabloom, we do have audio on the stream, so I just confirmed that. Yeah, big kabloom. What are you guys doing? You know they made it
Waiting.
to at least that point where they were tracking to you at to before.
Waiting to see if they continue to follow us while also ripping out the and by ripping out I mean carefully disassembling and
Also,
making
roll
our own.
me grenade damage.
We totally killed them, guys.
No,
I see
it did
nothing.
not go through.
I would like to point out that a frag grenade level 9 is 20d6 damage.
Why I'm hearing audio from our stream. Come back through some for me.
Okay, so the first one was 22 damage. They're 22 to hit, 5 damage. Sorry.
Yeah. All right.
So the first one was 22 damage.
So,
Who has the stream pulled up in another tab?
That was
yeah, I'm
me.
hearing-
I was because the new beta thing doesn't capture my mic, so I had to set up something else for it.
Okay.
But now it's all working.
Gotcha. All right. You know they made it to there.
All right, so they're half hour behind us, at least. So disassembling the. Do we just want to like? I'll help or you help and we'll roll for it, or are we taking 20 again?
I'll help.
What are you guys doing?
Disassembling
We are.
the Skyline drone, trying to get the.
Sensor suite.
Oh wait, that's not.
You have a +2.
$24.
The sensor system makes up majority of this. You basically strip off the gun, strip off the innards and the hovering unit, and it's most the rest of it. Doesn't take more than 10 minutes.
I would like to wait just a little bit longer and just see if we can hear if they're coming closer or if they have stopped or have lost sort of general direction.
I'm taking 20 on perception.
You guys hear them? A couple of them. Not as loudly. Seems like they're spreading out from the area that you guys were last at in all different directions. There's multiple of them, from what it sounds like. But it seems to be spreading out from that area now.
It would appear we have incapacitated the tracking devices.
Cool.
Distance-wise, they're not too terribly far behind you, because just traveling to this place takes time to get any amount of distance. So distance-wise, they're not too terribly far behind. But
Yeah. Head out. Would we like to head the direction towards our base for 2 hours and see if we can still hear them?
Yeah.
I would like to get a distance away.
Yeah, distance away seems to be the general
Yeah.
idea.
So
The C movement, so instead of a direct line towards
Oh,
base,
absolutely.
circle too.
I'd like to grab. I don't know if we have like a blanket or something like that, but I want to grab all the parts that we disassembled off the Skyline drone, and whenever we hit a fork, I want to just like walk maybe 2 to 3 minutes down the opposite direction from where we're going and just toss them out there.
you're
All the
tossing
stuff
what?
we're not keeping.
Yeah, the stuff we're not keeping
The
up.
hover unit, the random innards, like the only thing we're really keeping off of it is the sensor suite.
Basically, so if they walk down that direction, they'll see it and think we went that way.
You guys keep heading out. adding some other distractions, and as you persist further, the sounds get farther and farther away until they're snuffed out entirely. Don't seem to be on your tail anymore.
So we're still dragging the majority of the Denoquita guard, and then basically just have the sensor suite from the other one with us right now.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Awesome. Make our way home.
Sounds like a plan.
I vote for we stop and short rest.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, why do we need to do that? I'm perfectly healthy.
Must be nice.
I look over at you. Spark.
Or like how many hours is it to back to?
From where you're at, you're about 2 hours out from your base on this side, your new base.
So we're
Yo,
two
I know what that piece of scrap
we're
metal
2
is.
hours out from
I don't
where we
look as bad as I
teleported
did. I'm
to.
only down 6 hit points now,
Right.
thanks to Cassie.
Jumpstart, repeat that.
So we were at like our base of operations, right? And then we teleported, and we're 2 hours out from where we teleported to, or 2 hours out from the original.
Or you teleported to the new base that was found.
Okay,
The
and
smaller
we're
outpost version
okay.
of it?
We're 2 hours out from the outpost. Okay,
Yeah, the new outpost that you can
Which has a
teleport to.
teleporter back to the original.
Right, okay.
So I mean, really, it's 2
I
hours.
I
to
was just making sure that it wasn't like a one-way teleport, and then we like had to walk all the frickin' way back to.
No, you guys have tested it out and gone both ways.
Okay.
We know that teleporter goes both ways for sure.
You also know that it makes most people sick, and you got to be ready to go through.
All right, so then I say we just don't even, if we're only 2 hours out, forget short resting and just.
All right, you got really quiet all of a sudden.
Why though?
I don't know. You're still kind of quiet.
I don't like being quiet.
Then be louder.
What? Oh my god. Stop doing stuff.
Yep.
Look, I'm louder now, right?
Yay!
Freaking roll 20 sometimes, dude.
Sometimes. Anyhow, so you guys get back to your little outpost. A couple of your people just kind of keeping watch there
Yeah, they
as you roll back in.
So I'm assuming EO is resting.
So yeah, short rest. What does that give me again?
Nothing. It lets you spend one of your resolve points to refill your like shield thingy stamina.
Your stamina.
Perfect. I should remember how many stamina I should have. 28. Awesome. I'm absolutely doing that. Thank
Short
you.
rest Me as well.
Short rest is only like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So just 10
We
minutes
just took a
not
quick
doing
breather.
anything.
There
What's
is
he got?
not a short rest button. That's so sad.
Oh yeah, in case anyone was wondering, that app that I have on my phone, which is really handy for rolling my stuff,
Mhm.
yeah, totally not at all working for Starfinder.
Ugh, lame.
Yeah.
All right then. What are you guys up to now?
Okay, so EO, you just need 1 hit point, right? Is what you were short of being at 60?
6.
So, okay. So I'm assuming you're long resting when we get back to heal up.
Well, I was gonna take him to the workspace I had and spend like the entire rest of the actual day tearing it apart, studying everything
Okay.
I can, and then
Cool.
resting that
You
night.
guys have had like a very full day. You guys are it's pretty late for you guys.
Well, then yes, sleep.
Okay, I'm gonna sleep, and then I'm getting up real early in the morning with EO, and we're gonna go dissect this.
Oh yeah, take all day to go through every single part, catalog it, find every weakness we can, like all day long.
Yeah.
Cassie's gonna come and watch just because she's fascinated.
Well, it's Magitech, so we actually need your help.
Exactly.
All right. So, anybody else got anything?
Oh, by the way, what are the stats on that gun we stole?
As of right now, it's not a functional gun.
Darn, we'll need to fix that. How many? What do
TBD.
I? Yeah, right. What do I get for long resting again? I get my resolve points back.
And then for every 8 hours of uninterrupted rest, it's 2 HP.
Okay, I'm getting there.
I thought it was 2 Is it 2 HP or 2 HP per level?
I'm pretty sure it's 2 HP because he literally spent like a week and a half just
Yeah, I was at
sleeping
almost
to
0,
heal
though.
himself up last time.
I was
Let
at
me
almost
pull it up
0
real
though.
quick.
Or maybe
A
it was
full
like,
night's rest, you recover 1 HP per character level.
oh, so you get 4 HP. So it's
Yeah.
4 HP per, so you got 4 HP and your resolve point back.
So I'm up to full then.
I thought you needed 6 to get to full.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm just below full, so that's fine.
You're feeling a little bit sore, but you're pretty good.
Oh boy, here
And
I go again.
You get your stamina points back at long rest, right?
Yeah, long rest gives you all of your.
Okay.
Stamina and resolve.
And then Cassie, you get your resolve point back.
And what?
You're missing a resolve point on
Yeah.
the thing. I don't know if that's just because it's doing stuff or whatever. While we're tearing apart this dude this afternoon, any like of the plate metal and stuff on the outside I'd like to keep.
All right.
Because I'm going to try and build a set of armor.
Yo, I will absolutely help you with that the next day.
I mean, the one you took is the one that had his whole chest plate blasted open.
I know.
Welding, baby.
But what, like any bits and part, obviously I'm sure it's not going to be enough to build a
it's
set
a
of armor.
start,
But
though.
I'm also 3 feet tall, and this thing is like what?
8 foot tall. 7.
I mean, it's average human size. A little over. We're gonna put it at 6 feet tall.
Okay, so I'm sure I can like
We can start welding
Get
on it, and
something
we have at least a
to work
progress
with.
started. Yeah, something to start it.
All right.
Slapshod plate.
You realize it's gonna be just basically like scrap plate armor.
I can work on it, bruh. Have you ever seen what's that game? Oh, that absolute failure. That
Rust.
no, the one where you wore the Iron Man suits.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. I'm gonna basically be Iron Man, but a mage by the end of this campaign.
Anthem.
Yeah, Anthem. That's what it was.
Yeah, that was an utter failure of a game. You're right.
It had potential, but they just
It
Good
did. It
job.
had such beautiful potential.
like moment to moment gameplay was still smooth and fun, but they just threw it away.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, we're dissecting today.
Right. Anybody else have anything else they want to do today?
Mm,
I'm paying special attention to vulnerabilities and weaknesses as I go through, like soft points in armor, joints that can be targeted, stuff like that.
Throughout the course of your day studying, you definitely are sure that with like 20 UBPs of equipment and those grenades that you had, you could make something that could short circuit these guys a little bit and maybe not completely shut them down because there's magic involved too, but definitely render them a less effective for a short period. You would
I have
definitely-
UBPs in my pocket.
Yeah.
Bomb making is one of my hobbies.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Basically making a targeted EMP grenade specifically for these guys.
Nice. I'm gonna fill Sal in, for sure.
All right, what do you? Oh my goodness, you brought that here.
Don't worry, we disabled its tracker.
You sure about that?
Yes, it's in the hallway up there somewhere.
How far away up that way?
Several
6.5 hours.
Keep in mind that is also on the other side of the teleporter because Sal's the main base.
Oh.
And on the other side of the teleporter.
I'll beef up security on that side a little bit. But okay,
We needed it for research purposes.
what have you got so far?
I can fry it temporarily. With one of these, as I hold up the EMP, with some modifications.
How many of those do you have?
They're not in my inventory. Who has those? I think
They're on the. I think
Terry
they're,
has-
no. I think they're on the ship.
No, because you haven't been back to the ship since you got.
well, they're not on the
No,
ship.
no,
I think
but
they're on
I-
the ship's inventory because it was just random junk.
Because although I did say specifically you need to keep those separate because things.
Yeah, we
No,
have like
they're
we
not-
have a
they're not on the
spot
ship.
for it.
They are
Alright,
not
who
in the
has
ship's
those?
inventory.
Peter Pulse Caster, Heavy Bipolar. No, I don't have it. Terry, do you have it in your inventory?
Have what?
Some sort of like EMP grenades?
Oh yeah. Let's see here. Equipment. I actually have a Skyline drone as well in my inventory.
That's the one we just disassembled.
Yeah, because you had tossed it on your back and
Right, right,
yeah.
right.
at the end of the last time.
Jamming charges, breach charges.
Jamming charges.
That's the
Ask
ones.
Cassie if she had them.
I was going down the line.
I have my improvised frag grenade and a normal frag grenade.
And how many jamming charges do you have?
Yeah, that's what we need.
The jamming charges, I've got 10.
We have 10.
Can you make more of those? Because we're gonna keep in mind we still only have a handful of weapons for all of us, and we're gonna need more.
Oh,
And
we
I
have one
feel
of
like-
these. Ka-chunk. The arm gun of the Denakwa Guard.
You got some components you might be able to turn into a gun. All right. If this is something that can work, we need to find a way to make a lot of them.
How many UBPs do I think it would take to make one of these bad boys?
Do you have the details on it?
Josh?
Of
Jamming.
And if not, Bryant, you can look it up because I don't remember which book I got it out of to check that.
Is it-
the
oh, it's
jamming
in-
charge was the jamming and breach charge were homebrew.
No, they were not. They came out of one of the books.
Jamming charge, tech item, hidden truth. Starfinder, Tech Revolution, page 49. Price 375. Bulk 1, level 4. Jammer charge can be set as an explosive with engineering skill or thrown like a grenade. When it detonates, a jamming charge silently releases a pulse of magnetic energy that interferes with broadcasting electronics, computers, and video cameras, such as security cameras and scanners, within a 15-foot burst, become non-functional for 30 seconds. Losing both their recording and displaying capabilities, enemies such as security guards typically have no way to detect the detonation itself, but may become suspicious when video feeds become erratic for no reason. Any video recording, data saving, or file transfer that would be happening during the 30-second duration is interrupted and canceled, but data that may have existed on the cameras or computers before the grenade detonated still exist. Regular function resumes after the duration ends. Like a grenade, jammer charge is consumed upon detonation.
Yeah, it's not gonna be that after you do the modification. It's just a grenade that's meant to mess with tech, and you're modifying it to mess with the Aqua Guard. It's not gonna be that once you get done with it.
Right.
But that's the starting point. What was the price on all those? apiece?
375 UBPs.
All right, that's the cost per unit. Then
I would need 375 UBPs per charge.
all right. Let's stop breaking down scraps into UVPs. But we have plenty of scrap on the next floor up, but it's still at least moderately controlled.
Then that would probably be our first stop, now that we are fed.
Which, if you guys remember, the lowest occupied floor is basically scrap heaps that the lowest of the low live in the shanty towns.
And,
They're
and
rich. They have all the UPPs.
how many floors up was Sal's?
Another floor above that.
Did Sal?
There's the hovel floor, like the low class and scum floor, the basic like middle class floor, and then like the upper floors, which contains like the upper middle class to like high class folk. And then of course the lower levels where you guys are all hiding right now.
So Sal, did you have any competitors in the general area of your shop?
If we get back up there and are able to stop moving around a little bit, I might be able to find this or that. Might send out some people, but getting from there to here, it's still rough. We're still limited on weapons and supplies. We have food, but not much else.
Right, but like, did you have any competitors up there that like maybe would have some sort of like weapons caches or whatever in their shop that we could?
Maybe I can send some people out, start scouting around, but in my business, you don't exactly let your competitors know where you keep your stashes. You know what I'm saying? If we can get at least a mild presence up there, I can start retrieving some of my stuff, and we can start working out from there.
Our biggest
But-
issue at this point appears to be weaponry.
Right, what I'm saying is like if we figure out where some's hidden, we can take the 10 of these.
I also
grenades
have
and try and
Do a raid.
yeah.
a little bit of information that I've gathered on the scrap piles, scrap yards. It's not much, but it's something. After the initial rush of everything, most all the Nanakwita God pulled out of there. They killed most anybody they found. They didn't even bother taking in most people from there, but it's mostly empty, and there's only a sparse holding of the troops up through there. Not much, but the central areas, the main trading area, seems to be where they're all packed in at. Maybe they have some sort of little outpost out there or something. I don't know. We can't get too close. But whatever's there, that's where they're focused around. At least that's where they're based out of for this floor. For the whole floor, which that is the smallest floor, because a lot of that floor is actually linked into the lower levels and is not mapped out. This is the lowest level, which is just comparatively a small space compared to all the other floors. Maybe 50 to Nakwita God over the whole area. And that's like 50 to Nakwita Guard covering something between the size of Monet and Cassville. No, Monet to Springfield. Somewhere in between there. I'll just say Monet and Cassville combined. We'll settle there.
Give me
Aight.
just a second.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Bryant,
Hmm.
we just need to get to level 6.
Why?
Well, at level 5, I get the magic hack called Spell Grenade, where I can store a spell inside a grenade for 1 resolve point. And at level 6, I unlock the spell Anti-Magic Field. So I can put an anti-magic field with a radius of 20 inside our grenades that are anti-Danakwita guards.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
That sounds like fun.
So whatever's going on around there, we're not sure. We can't get anybody close.
Maybe.
We've had some suggesting, Mika specifically, that we send in somebody to distract, draw as many of them they can away as so somebody to go in and check out the area.
In the scrap fields.
Yeah, the area that they're mainly like set up at. If a handful of us could cause a commotion, just distract them, draw them away to the other side, maybe somebody could go in, but it's still dangerous. Brian, I think you're muted.
How many UBPs everybody got?
0.
I have 63.
And what's the
I have
amount of
1,000.
time it takes to make something, Bryant?
I don't remember. It's been too long. I'd have to look it up, and I have a toddler in my lap right now.
Kenny would love to let you have all the UBPs you need.
For 90 UBPs a pop, I can start producing needler pistols.
Okay,
I'll have to
well,
look up.
it's technically not my character sheet, but Kenny has 2,100 UBPs.
We'll hold off on giving up his stuff for now.
Yeah.
Or sorry, 105 a pop. I can make a needler pistol.
Does that work like a needler from Halo, or?
Welcome back, Kenny. We spent every single one of them
All right.
while you were
I mean,
gone.
to be
I
fair,
have 1,000 UBPs.
to be fair, he would never know because I guarantee he doesn't remember how many UBPs he had 4 months ago when we stopped playing.
That's fair. We can just start mass producing cheap tube shotguns.
Uh,
Oh, okay. We just need to build grenades and start booby trapping everything.
Yes.
We
Grenades are more expensive.
That's fine though. It's cooler than shooting people with tube shotguns.
I don't know, man. I don't know. At 90 credits a piece, I can produce burning shotguns. It's literally a tube shotgun with dragon's breath.
Okay, so while we're not doing anything important, I want to get the cameras that we got off that Skyline drone and see if there's some way to like fit them to how many cameras were on this thing? On the Skyline drones.
4 cameras.
4 cameras?
Yeah.
I'd like to look into possibly like fitting them onto whatever sort of binoculars. If we have binoculars or whatever we're using to like look at things from a distance, so we can have like whenever Sal's dudes are out scoping this out, we can have videos of what we're going into before we're just like.
I think we've been using my scope primarily, but binos are only 50 credit or 50 UBPs. We can build some.
Right.
And then integrate the cameras. And if we're building from scratch, we can design the cameras into it. That should make it a little easier.
Yeah. Just something so like when they're out scouting this stuff, we have
Yeah, they can record it.
a better idea of what we're getting into. Because I
Like,
sure
base time for creating an item that is within your skill range to create is 4 hours.
Cool. So, Jumpstart and I were discussing building a set of binos with our camera sensor suite designed into it. That way, whenever they send out scouts, they can hit the record button.
instead of getting this whole hey, we found a canning factory, it should be really cool, and more of a hey, there's a crap ton of drones and things around that are gonna try and murder you while you're there.
And we can actually observe it ourselves.
All right. From the top again.
We're building cameras, and we're going to build a set of binoculars that has cameras built into them, so that when they are out observing, scouting out things, and they're looking at it, they can record it and bring back video of whatever they were looking at while they're out and about.
Specifically utilizing the sensor suite we pulled off of the Skyline drone.
There is still going to be. Technically, that would be a much higher level item than you have the resources. It's going to take time. You're going to have to make some rolls to get the tech right on it,
Can
even
we
though you're
take
working things
20?
together.
Okay, well, we have nothing but time, so
We do actually have time now that everyone's not starving to death.
Yeah, you can take 20. It's still going to take. It's going to take at least the whole day
That's
to
fine.
get these, and it is going to cost UBPs for research.
okay. So let's. I don't know how many UBPs you're talking about, but I got UBPs to throw at it.
What is the base cost of binoculars?
50.
50.
All right.
And we already have the cameras. We're not building those. Because it's just
Give
the sensor.
me a D4.
I got it. I shouldn't have had it.
An additional 50 UBPs are consumed.
All right, I got
in the research
63.
process.
Do you have 37, Bryant?
I have 350. I'll just make that 250.
All right.
We now have scouting binos.
You should make that-
Recon binos.
You should make that 200, and I'll lose 50, and we can say we spent 2 days and made 2 of them. Because we have. You said we had 4 cameras,
Yeah.
so 2 in each.
So I'm going to add this to my inventory, and I'm going to label it Recon binos.
And while we're doing this, I want to like draw up plans for how to, or like write down how we did it, so that if we bring back more Skyline drones, Sal can set up someone to like produce these.
Yeah. As well as instructions of if we bring back more Skyline drones, keep the guns this time so we can hand them out.
And how to basically just spend an entire day making notes on how we took apart the Skyline drone. So if in the future we bring it back, we don't have to spend multiple days.
For if you take back a Skyline drone for half the price of the, because it's still doesn't have a lot of the functional parts you would need for like an actual gun to use in a hand, half the price in UBPs of a level 1 azimuth laser pistol, you can turn it into that for the Skyline drone weapon.
So if we bring
And
back
we can-
2, do we get a free?
Hear me out. We can also start breaking down the scrap we pulled from the robot that we don't actually care about or want, and use those UBPs to start producing weapons as well, or use those UBPs to repair the big arm gun.
Or get us repair the robot so we don't even have to go search for stuff. We can just chill nicely in our comfy chair while our robots murder things.
I will say, as far as breaking down items into UBPs, that's not something you can do like by hand. It is specialized machinery that you do that with. You would have to find, which on a lot of the station, there's like basically vending machines that you can do this with. But right now, you don't have any of those machines.
Are you telling me that there's a specific set of tools that I would need in order to make some sort of engineering progress?
Brian's got one of those Walmart coin machines in his back pocket that he just shits
More or
Skyline
less,
drones
you're
into.
gonna have to steal the ATM and bring it back.
Listen, my ability specifically states that I have the tool for the job if it comes to mechanics or computers.
So what I'm hearing is we need to
It
go
is
to the...
it is very specialized, like not small tools, like larger equipment.
what I'm hearing is next week we are going on Operation Steal the Coin Vending Machine, and we're going to go get us one of these UBP things from the ghetto Walmart.
Absolutely, we're getting a ghetto Walmart UBP converter.
Guys, I would love to talk more, but I have jury duty in the morning. I need to go to bed.
That is fair. We should probably wrap up here.
All right. So with that, with stealing ATM machines from Walmart, we're going to leave off, and hopefully see you all next week as we continue The Void Awaits.
Quick disclaimer, please do not steal things from Walmart. Or anywhere in particular.
Yes.
Outside
go.
of stupid space fantasy games that aren't real.
All right.